I'm sure you're well aware of what's going on over at Warner and HBO Max. I've talked about these quite a bit. David Zaslav, the new boss, has been penny pinching all over the place, trying to find ways to cut costs wherever he can. This is why I'm very excited for what's going to happen with Warner, notably the comic book line, which I've talked about before, and how horrible DC Comics and Marvel have become. I could talk about it for hours, but there's a lot of stuff that's changing at Warner. A lot of people upset about it. I think some of it's hilarious, like Brian Stelter getting booted. He was very salty recently when he was on his final episode. I watched some clips from it. He pretty much took shots at all of the guys in charge at Warner. I'm surprised they didn't just fire him and keep him off the air, but they let him come back on. And now I'm sure he's going to end up at NBC or something. I don't know why. Nobody likes this guy. Nobody cares about him. But for some reason, maybe it's because he's a useless idiot. That could be the case, too. More changes coming to CNN. More big changes. It's going to be funny to watch this clown show news network get gutted and reshaped as well. I like that Warner is doing this. I like that they don't seem to care if it pisses people off. Just like what happened with HBO Max. And you got John Oliver talking about how they're taking those shows off of the network, and he's salty about it for some reason. He's like the ultimate virtue signaler. Now, a lot of woke shows got pulled off of HBO Max, as well as some shows that just didn't do well. Like, nobody talked about them. Like Ellen's Next Great Designer, 12 Dates of Christmas, The Not Too Late Show with Elmo, Generation Hustle, and Generation in general, which is a Zoomer woke show. It's stupid. But he's salty about it. He's been taking shots at the bosses as well, which makes me wonder how well his ratings are and if he might be on the chopping block. Because David Zaslav seems more interested in making money than keeping useless idiots around, which I find refreshing. Now, he's messed up with Ezra Miller. I'm not a fan of what's going on with Miller. However, I'm a fan of what might be happening with Aquaman 2 and the future of the DCEU, like this rumor right here, which I think is likely true. And that's that at the end of the Henry Cavill, or at the end of Black Adam, or at some point, a CGI Superman suit shows up in the film, and nobody's in it. The idea is that they're trying to bring Henry Cavill back, and they're trying to work that out, which is why they don't have anybody in the suit. It's there because, well, they want Superman and Black Adam to face off because that'd be pretty cool to watch, actually. And they're trying to get Henry Cavill back. That would be my guess. Or they just haven't decided on who's going to be Superman yet. But the suit looks like Henry Cavill's, which means, to me, they might be trying to bring him back for this movie. They already have Ben Affleck appearing in movies again, though I think they're trying to get Robert Pattinson to show up in the DCEU, so I'm not too certain. But it looks like they might want to bring him back, and they might finally be getting rid of AH. So Aquaman 2, which I'd like to report, is very happy to make its entire movie about climate change. At least that's what Jason Momoa was saying. And I'm thinking back to the first one. I mean, didn't you already kind of do that in the first one when what's-his-face was mad about all the garbage in the ocean? Like, he sent back all of the garbage to the land, if you remember in that movie. Is it going to be like that, or are you, like, making the whole movie about that? They haven't really said a lot. All we know for sure is that AH is barely in the movie. Now, they have plenty of time to make changes to this movie. They've already done that. They got rid of Michael Keaton Batman. and they're now bringing in Ben Affleck Batman, which is kind of strange, but that's what they're doing. They had to replace him. Apparently, the boss is not happy with this movie. It's claimed that Aquaman 2 may be in trouble, as it's said Warner Brothers CEO David Zaslav is not happy with the film. This info comes from World of Real in the report about how a recent test screening for The Flash scored the highest test rating in DCEU history, and that it said Zaslav is a big fan of the flick. Regarding the potential problems with Aquaman 2, the site doesn't mention specifics, other than David Zaslav is not happy with what he has seen from the movie, which is currently in post-production, and it said that Zaslav is unhappy with Aquaman 2. It's not to the point of getting canceled like he did with Batgirl. It should be noted that Aquaman 2 has a budget of around $200 million, and Batgirl only had a budget of around $100 million. So much like The Flash, Zaslav isn't going to shelve any high-budget projects that are already completed. So the big question is what's going to happen with AH. And there were some rumors that were going around that she's going to be removed from the film completely. This is after they doubled her time in test screenings, which it's like, why would you do this? She's probably the most disliked actress in the world right now, and it is going to be incredibly toxic to this movie's box office if she's in it at all. I think that they're going to take her out of it. I do. I don't think time will heal for her. It's going to take years for kind of the bad look on her to fade off, if it ever does, because she doesn't stop. She doesn't go away. Even though she says she wants to move on with her life, and we know that's not true. But it is starting to look like something's going on here. So according to Cosmic Book News, she's being written out of the film. A witness also testified that Mira is being written out of the film at the start of the movie, involving something about a baby in a hospital where Mira would return in the final act. So, we won't know until somebody can actually confirm this, but I very much suspect that they know exactly what's going on with that woman and this character in their movie. And I think releasing this and then the Flash movie, it's going to be a bad hit. So to kind of smooth things over, I think they're going to remove her from this movie. I can't say for certain. All this is a rumor, but it would make a lot of sense from a business standpoint. Anyway, that's it. Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, make sure to follow me over on Twitch. I do watch parties, play video games over there. They're always fun. Follow me over there and come hang out. Also, make sure you subscribe to YellowFlash, my other channel. There's a link to that in the description as well. I do a lot of live streams over there that I don't do on this channel. Usually smaller and a little bit more personal. So make sure you follow me over there and sign up.